All right, now the moment we all been waiting for. CJAX is back with another video. Even though this was old, he wants to go ahead and give his prediction now about the Elimination Chamber. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, if you want to see his prediction about the women, you can check it out on my channel. I'll make sure I'll put the link in the description. So we might skip that part, but I don't know. I'll decide from there if I want to or not. But most likely I probably will. But if I don't, it's mainly because probably not going to check out the link. But we'll see. We'll see. But let's go ahead and get started, all right?
Well, another PLE and another potential disaster, okay? Elimination Chamber this year looks absolutely atrocious. Now, obviously, the PLE could end up being absolutely amazing, right? It could be wonderful. You know, amazing booking, maybe some great in-ring spots, some memorable moments in the Rock segment, maybe. You know, maybe Sammy versus KO could be a banger, you know? But it's just not going to happen in my personal prediction. What I think is that this is going to be a very underwhelming PLE because some people are actually expecting this to be great for some reason. Like, let's be real here. I think this is going to suck. Everything on paper, right? Every single match just has too many different issues heading into it booking-wise that puts you in a bad predicament. And we're going to go ahead and run through each match and what are the special events I think could happen, but also why I think that most of these matches, and segment, obviously, with the Rock and Cody segment, are likely going to end up being either mid, bad, but a couple of these could end up being solid or even great. So we'll just go through it. And quick side note before I get into this actual show and the predictions for it, I just want to quickly highlight the fact that you guys remember, right, in Elimination Chambers when championships were actually defended, you know what I'm saying, on both sides, for men and for women. You know what I'm saying? Championships were defended inside of the chamber because even though someone had won the Rumble already, right, or, you know, you have the chamber coming up and then Mania's coming up after that, these champions would not just wait and sit back and wait for the challenge to come to them. They would actually go to the challenge and fight and defend their championship because that's what a fighting and defending champion does. You don't just sit back and wait for the competition to come to you. Even though you have the belt, you still go and fight for it because champions used to be believable. Now you have people like Cody Rhodes and Rhea, who are the available champions, who just aren't even wrestling or defending their belts on the PLE. They're just showing up, oh, I'll just sit back, I'm Cody. I'll just sit back, you know what I'm saying? I'll just sit back and talk to the final Diddy. You know, I respect you, Diddy. I love you, final Diddy, and I accept your offer. You know, and then you have Rhea Ripley, you know, sitting back, oh, I can't beat Io Sky, yeah, so I'm gonna wait, yeah. I'm gonna wrestle her at the night after, yeah, and then predictably win in 10 minutes, yeah? Like, are you kidding me? You know, this is the level of champions and the level of what being a champion means is now compared to what it was, like, let's say 10, you know, even within the last, like, 8 to 9 years, you know, and then obviously backwards. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Starting off with the Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Shout out to Candice LeRae for getting on a PLE. I mean, I don't really know how many PLEs she's been on in her career on the main roster, but you know what? This is probably one of the only ones, if not the only one. But you know what? Congratulations to her. I think she was on the pre-show last year for the Chamber, so I guess not, but still, you know what I'm saying? You get the point, right? I think she was on the pre-show for King and Queen of the Ring last year as well, so there you have that. But anyways, this match is probably going to stink. There's no scenario where this is likely going to be over a 5 out of 10. There's no legitimate scenario where that's going to happen, right? Like, just look at who's in the ring. Trish Stratus is not in her prime in the ring. Tiffany Stratton, quite frankly, has actually been botching a decent amount in her matches recently, at least from what I'm seeing, right? And then obviously Candice LeRae is pretty solid in the ring. Nia Jax is actually solid in the ring as well, in my opinion, right? But the fact is that the combination of all four of them, right? The fact that there's no real story that's really good here, right? There's no real intrigue in this match. I doubt the crowd's going to be super interested in it. Maybe they're interested in the Trish Stratus stuff because she's the hometown girl for this match. But at the end of the day, there's no, like, what in what world is this above a 5 out of 10? Be real with yourself. From a booking and in-ring perspective, this may be a 6 out of 10 at best. And then afterwards, you know, we may get a Charlotte face-off, but who really cares about this? Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus are obviously going to get the W here, and it's as simple as that.
I mean, just looking at those two together, I mean, they already got a W without even competing. I mean, just being honest with you, but yeah, I'm rooting for them. And them winning makes sense. I mean, look at those two. Aren't they bad as shit? 10 out of 10. It's booby time. Boobies. For Tiffany, I don't know about Trish.
Now let's get on to Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, part 159,000. Now at this point, there's no real story behind this match. They're just fighting because it's about that time of year again where KO and Sami start feuding. Like, that's all this is. You know, it's about that time of the year where they start getting mad at each other randomly, and, you know, they're upset with each other. And don't worry, guys, this one's different than the last one. And this feud is different than the last feud we had. And this feud is different than the last feud we had. It's not different, right? This is the same thing. They're upset with each other because they made a mistake, and the other person's pissed off at what they did, and they have these long ties in the wrestling industry. So, you know, that's all it really is. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, though, should be a sleeper match. I think everyone knows, even though the thing is that this match is hyped up as some special occurrence, even though we've already seen this like 15 times in the last like 7 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous at this point. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens is a repeat match. And for some reason, in Sami Zayn's recent interview on Raw, he's like, Sami Zayn's like, I visited Kevin Owens' house, and he's like fake crying. He's like, this is going to be a war. I'm upset with who I've been, and I'm upset with who Kevin Owens has become, and this is going to be a disaster, and you must stay careful, Kevin Owens, because this is going to be an absolute bloodbath, a war, you know, whatever you call it. I'm like, dude, this isn't that serious. Like I said yesterday, they're pretending like this is like some war with ancient weaponry that's gonna like change the fabric of reality. Like, this isn't Thanos versus Superman. It's Sami Zayn versus KO. It's Jobber versus Jobber, part 50, you know? So I think it could be entertaining, though. They obviously have great in-ring chemistry. They've been in the ring many times over their whole entire wrestling careers, so they're going to have good in-ring chemistry. There's probably going to be some really cool spots involving ladders and tables and chairs and, you know, kendo sticks, weaponry, announce table maybe, right? And there should just be good in-ring quality, in-ring wrestling, right, in terms of this match. And hopefully there's decent in-ring storytelling, but the story leading up to this has me incredibly bored. There's nothing to latch onto. There's nothing I haven't seen really before, and quite frankly, I'm not interested in this match at all story-wise, but in-ring-wise, this should be pretty entertaining in my opinion. It will likely be it might be the best in-ring match on the entire show, quite frankly, but the story afterwards is basically going to be bland, right? Where does KO go from here? You know, where does Sami Zayn go from here, right? Randy Orton just randomly comes up, he comes back, and then him and KO are feuding after KO just had this mega feud with Cody Rhodes, which was absolutely underwhelming, mid, and arguably garbage, and then you have this little mini feud with Sami Zayn that gets one match, and then we move on from that. And then we get KO versus Randy. Like it's just very ridiculous. And then for Sami Zayn, where does he go from here? Karrion Kross? It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is Sami Zayn going to go? He's going to feud with Drew McIntyre? You know, I can't stop thinking about Punk. You know, that's what he's going to do next? Like, he has nothing to do. So Seth Rollins as well, you know, he had some issues with Sami Zayn. Like, this dude has nowhere to go. And it's as simple as that. But if I had to pick a winner, I do think that Sami Zayn is going to I honestly don't think there is going to be a winner, actually, now that I think about it. It's unsanctioned, so I don't think there is going to be a winner. I think they're going to beat each other both to a pulp, and it's going to end out that way, right? And then that's pretty much going to be it. They'll both get knocked out, they'll lay out, but if there is an actual winner, it will be Sami Zayn, in my personal opinion. So,
I mean, I don't think these two are jobbers, but I do believe Kevin Owens should get something out of this. But obviously, they ain't got nothing for him to do. So obviously, they want him to be with his best friend, which is ridiculous, but whatever. Hey, I think this might be one of those matches, but I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Hopefully, Randy will come back, but we haven't heard any reports saying that he will come back, just Jade. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. But would this be a great match? Possibly. I don't know. I mean, we'll watch and see what they're going to do. But to me, that match with Cody Rhodes at the latter match at Royal Rumble was an insane match just because of how the way Cody took him out. But, yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if anybody should have had an unsanctioned match, it should have been Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. That match should have been an unsanctioned match. But it quite so happens to it didn't. So when we get that, nah, we need a Hell in a Cell. We need that the most.
Yeah. Anyways, now let's get on to the next thing, which is going to be the Rock and Cody Rhodes segment. Now, let's be real here. After the absolute disaster that was shown on SmackDown, there's not really many scenarios where they can spin this into something good. And there's multiple reasons as to why. Now, number one, Cody Rhodes is likely going to lose the belt in this year, right? It's going to happen. If Triple H has any business smarts, or if anyone in WWE has any business smarts, you know that Cody Rhodes, as your WWE champion, is not what's best for business. He just isn't the best star you have available. He's not that good on the mic. Actually, matter of fact, I think he's below mid on the mic. I'm not going to say he's garbage because he's cut a good promo or two, like every now and then, but he's below man on the mic. And honestly, in many scenarios recently, he's been awful on the mic. Then you have in ring, he barely wrestles, and when he does wrestles, yeah, he's like decent matches, but they're usually like 6 to 7 out of 10 quality or around there, maybe an 8 out of 10, like his Styles match, or a situation where his his match with what's his name, bro, Logan Paul. I thought at King of the Ring last year was like an 8 out of 10 level match, but other than that, I mean, this dude doesn't really do much. He's a pretty much boring and bad champion. So what is there to come from this? Plus, The Rock isn't at Mania 41, so I mean, I don't really care. I mean, at least we don't think he's at Mania 41 as of now. That's what it seems like. And The Rock literally has nothing to offer Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes' entire journey has been finishing the story, finally winning the belt that his dad never got to hold, and winning the WWE Championship, going from undeniable to undesirable to from undesirable to undeniable, and now he's gone from undeniable to unwatchable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is there, right? He won the belt. He's finally the WWE champion. He's one of the faces of the company. He's on all the billboards, all the posters. He's the goody two shoes, the face. Like what else does he need? He has everything he needs. This is a dude who was Stardust, and now he's a WWE champion, main eventing WrestleManias. He's got everything he needs. He's got the money, he's got the power, he's got the championship. What else does this guy need? Besides better promo work. You know what I'm saying? Like what is there, So I just don't see a scenario where The Rock has anything really to offer this guy. And I think this story was thrown together on the fly because they needed a boost in ratings on SmackDown because they had record low ratings like a week or two ago before The Rock was there. And that's just really all this was for, and at the end of the day, The Rock has no ideas of what he's doing. Unless Roman Reigns shows up inside of this segment, there is no point of even talking about this segment. Let's be real. Unless they're setting up Rock versus Roman, what is there to talk about here? Cody Rhodes potentially turning to the dark side, which we know he's not going to do because it ruins his credibility and goes back on who he is. He wanted to be a goody two-shoes. He wanted to win that belt. He wants to be the fighting champion, even though he never wrestles. He wants to be a workhorse champion and what's it called? A symbol of hope for the fans. He wants to be that Superman, John Cena babyface-esque character, but has none of the features of John Cena in terms of his quality and his skills as a wrestler. So, and as a performer, and as an entertainer, as a promo worker, etc. So it's not believable. Cody Rhodes as a heel is not going to be believable, and it's not going to make any sense. And then obviously when it comes to The Rock, I'm sure he'll regurgitate some of his same points and basically say the same things he always does. We're friends. You and The Rock, we're friends. You and The Rock, we're buddies. Me and you, we're buddies. Me and you, we're friends. It's like, dude, just stop. Just stop it, right? It's ridiculous. He calls this dude a great champion. You're a phenomenal champion. You're an amazing champion. You're a great champion. You're a phenomenal champion. Like, dude, what? This segment is going to be a waste of our times, and unless Roman Reigns shows up to set up something with him and Rock, there's no point of watching this segment. So there you have it. Then we get on to the next thing, which is going to be the women's champ. Or well, I guess I should go through what I think The Rock will offer. The Rock, I think, will offer Cody Rhodes a certain level of extra power, maybe, right? In the storyline, Cody may be one of the members of the board of WWE, and potentially he'll get special favors from The Rock, like ensuring the fact that Cody does not lose the championship. I think that will be the offer. I think Cody will decline, and maybe this sets up a Rock versus Cody match, right? Or maybe The Rock goes to someone else and gives them the offer, and they take it. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what to say about this. They've given us no option. I mean, people were left stunned and speechless after the final Diddy promo that was cut on SmackDown. So, I mean, I don't really know what to say about this, man. I really don't.
Now, guys, if you want to watch his prediction on the women, if you pretty much read the title of the video that I posted yesterday, you can see that what his prediction is going to be for the women's Elimination Chamber. All right. We all been voting for Alexa Bliss to win. So basically he's saying that, he will want Alexa Bliss to win just because everybody else ain't meant, like basically they're not meant to face Rhea, because he feels that Alexa Bliss have great promos, and he feels that Alexa Bliss should go on the singles run, not a Y6 run, and he pretty much saying that everybody else can't really have a story with Rhea. He don't think Bayley should do it because she don't got no pop, and he feels like Roxanne, for her is just too early for that. He says that Naomi's definitely not getting it, and he don't really have an explanation. He just don't think Naomi's gonna win it, and also he thinks that Bianca might win it, but because of Jade, unless Jade comes back and help her or cost her, I don't think that Bianca's gonna win on his end. But basically, he most definitely don't want Liv Morgan to win, and none of us do. But so that's out of the question. But basically, his pick is Alexa Bliss, just like mine, just like G-Man. We all want Alexa Bliss to win, even though Black Couch Booking said that he either wants Bayley or Bianca to win. That's his prediction. But basically, he wants Alexa Bliss to win. Well, he's saying she might win. He's saying she might win based off her promos and based off her comeback and based off of just having a solo run and just not being not being able to see her with the YS6 just because he feels like the YS6 are they're pretty much, ever since they've been they kind of vanished and got drafted to SmackDown, they haven't been seen on TV for 2 months. So, obviously he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to talk about that, but basically that's what it is. But if you guys want to watch the full video, I got the link down below for it, but I'm just giving you a little summary of what his prediction is. Like, basically, he thinks that Bianca Belair might win. And I said the word might. You know what I'm saying? Bianca might win or Bayley might win. But he's saying that Bayley's not going to win. But it might be Bianca, it might be Alexa. So I just want to get that out of there. But if you want to watch the full video, I do have you see the picture on the screen. So basically, if you want to watch the video, make sure you click on the link on the blog. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and skip it and go to the men. All right. Let's go ahead and see what's his prediction on the men.
And I think that Alexa Bliss could do the same thing for Rhea, which Rhea really needs. She's still young in her career, and I think Alexa Bliss could help elevate her, and maybe she potentially wins the belt. But I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss as my final pick to win the match. Then we have the men's chamber. Let's be safe here. Damian Priest is not winning this match. Damian Priest is not winning this match. Logan Paul is not winning this match. Now, he may end up fighting Cena or Punk, which I'll talk about in a second, but he's probably not going to win the match. Drew McIntyre is a jobber now who just lost to Jimmy Uso last week on SmackDown, so he's basically over with. This dude went from saying, I can't stop thinking about Punk. You're spreading yourself too thin, Seth. I can't do this. I can't stop thinking about Roman, the Bloodline, Jay. And then he lost to Jay at the Raw Netflix premiere. And then after he lost to Jay, he then lost to Jimmy. And now after he's lost to both of the Usos, and he was in close matches with Sami Zayn, it's safe to say that Drew McIntyre is never stepping a foot near World Championship gold in the near future. So that's that. Seth Rollins is a fill-in guy. He is always filling in wherever he's needed. If he needs to fight Logan Paul like at Mania 39, he'll do that. If he needs to go feud in with joining the Bloodline versus Cody feud last year, he'll do that. If the year before he has nothing to do, so they just feed him to Cody Rhodes, he'll do that. He's a fill-in guy. He doesn't necessarily need to be in a main event spot, and he's never main evented a night 2 or just a WrestleMania in general. You know what I'm saying? You can count Mania 31 if you really are going to be that tacky about it. You know what I'm saying? He cashes in, so you count it, but still, this dude's not main eventing, and it's as simple as that. He's not going to win the world title. I do think, though, that if Roman is not involved in that segment with Rock and Cody earlier in the night, I do think that Roman Reigns will cost Seth Rollins his spot in his match inside of this chamber. I think Roman will probably beat up Seth, for the double curb stomp from Royal Rumble, and this will cost Seth the match, and this will set up Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for Mania 41, and what will hopefully, if they do that, be like an I Quit match or a last man standing match to officially settle this once and for all, and hopefully leading up to it, Roman Reigns can show up to work, and same with Seth, so that way we can get a good feud and a solid build for what should be a pretty good match between two greats of this generation. Then we have John Cena. I think John Cena's story in this whole return arc is basically going to be the fact that he'll get close to winning the world title or having a chance at it. Like at the Rumble, he was final 2 with Jey Uso, and everyone, including myself, thought he was going to, probably close that out. But, you knew there was a chance that Jey would win. But then, Cena lost, obviously, right? I think Cena's whole story is just going to be him getting close, but not winning until like the very latter parts of this year. And so I think he'll get close to winning this chamber like he was at the Rumble. But ultimately, I think CM Punk will either call in a favor from Heyman or do something else or just win clean and end up beating John Cena inside of this match. Maybe Cena eliminates Logan Paul in this match, so Logan turns on Cena, and just starts beating him up and costs him his moment versus Punk, or knocks them both out or costs them both individually. But either way, I think Cena loses, and I think CM Punk is the only main narrative that makes sense, at least long term, or at least even short term, at this point, because Cena ain't showing up, so there you have it. And because his narrative is the only one I think really works with Cody's, and CM Punk is someone who I think could turn heel and really make this feud engaging, but because I think Cody's going to stay face for this Mania, man. I really do. I thought for a second that he might turn heel over the last month or two, but I don't think he's going to. I think CM Punk is going to be the one who eventually turns heel, or at least plays an anti-hero role, like a half face, half heel role, in order to make this feud watchable, going into Mania 41. But I think CM Punk wins, and he will be fighting Cody in the main event for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, and that's basically going to be that. Pretty much every single match has a booking flaw heading into it, and quite frankly, because of those booking flaws, they're probably going to rear their heads at this pay-per-view. Also, there's only 4 matches here. There's no titles defended on this PLE, and that just really ruins some of the excitement for this pay-per-view. So that's really all I have to say about it. I think this PLE looks like a complete and utter, below mid, just not good. Just not good. At the end of the day, there's not that much hype, there's not that much intrigue, and there's literally, like I mentioned, there's literally a booking or storyline related issue, or an in-ring issue, for example, like with the Tiffany and Trish versus Nia and Candice match, that this is just not going to be able to overcome it at the end of the day. That's just the way I predicted, and that's the way I see it going. I think this PLE will cap out at a 5 to 6 out of 10 max, and it's really as simple as that. So with that being said, let me know what you think is going to go down at the Chamber, and as always, I thank you guys so much for watching. Have a phenomenal day. Peace out. One love.
All right, now y'all see the poll right here that I posted on Instagram. So basically, everyone voted Alexa Bliss. All right, 20% people, 20% say Liv Morgan, 27% say Bianca, 7% say Bayley, but 47% say Alexa Bliss. So that pretty much lets you know up front that who's going to be the winner, right? So Roxanne and Naomi are out. All right. And Bayley is out. And Liv Morgan. And the only people that would be hopefully the final 2 will be Alexa Bliss or Bianca. So listen, if Liv Morgan gets eliminated for the final 3, we good. But in this photo that I'm showing y'all, if this be the final 3, we are good to go. Our stress level is back to normal. And we'll be able to move on with this match. Now, I will say this. Let's say if Bayley get eliminated and quite so happenly it ends up to be Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Bianca, then we're probably not going to be able to sit down. We're probably going to be in the urge of shitting in ourselves, because we really don't know who's going to win. And because it's down to those 3, we just have to cross our fingers and just hope that the final 2 will be Alexa Bliss or Bianca Belair. Because if Liv Morgan doesn't get eliminated and it ends up to be Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair or Alexa Bliss or Liv Morgan, I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, I'm making it very clear to y'all. I'm making it very clear. 3 people have said that Liv Morgan should not win this match. So if she wins, and I will be going live stream, so just keep that in mind. If she wins, and I see that 1, 2, 3, I'm turning it off. I'm closing my laptop, and I'm probably gonna be. I ain't even gonna tell you, but I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm telling you, Liv better not win, because if she wins, she gonna regret it. But it won't be her fault. You dig? It'll just be the writers, because y'all should have known that Liv Morgan was gonna get the most backlash of them all because she won something that was not rightfully hers. That match should have been Io Sky. But instead, you put Liv Morgan in there because she get the most heat. People still rock with her. Okay, women love Liv Morgan, but whether you want to believe it or not, okay, the LGBT community love Liv Morgan. Okay, guys that don't know how to work their dicks like Liv Morgan. Okay, they do. All right, they do. I mean, they do. Unfortunately, they do. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, some of us are we like Liv Morgan, but see, we like the Liv Morgan before she got with Dom. That's the Liv Morgan we like. We don't like this Liv Morgan now, not because she's healed, but because she's with him. You know what I'm saying? And she's using her advantage to disadvantage everybody else, Raquel and Dom. So it's, again, we could talk about that some other time, but if you guys can go watch the video where he gives his prediction on the women's elimination chamber, like I said, the link is in the blog. It's in the description. All you got to do is click on it and you'll see his prediction on the women. All right. I did it yesterday. And, again, people are already commenting in the video. So please check that out. So that way you can get his prediction. And like I said, I've already gave you a summary, but I'm going to be honest with you. After listening to myself, I probably didn't explain it very well. But basically what I'm trying to say is that CJAX believes that Alexa Bliss is going to win because he believes, and I did show you a little preview of what he said at the end. The conclusion is if Alexa Bliss wins, it can elevate Rhea Ripley's title reign, which I hope it will if the writers don't fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wish Alexa Bliss would write her own script. But if you don't know how to write your own script and you don't know how to direct or produce or write, then I don't expect that. But however, that was something I wish The Rock would have done. But you know what I'm saying? But I will say this though: if Bianca or Bayley wins, I can't complain. Just make sure you eliminate Liv Morgan. Okay, that's all I got to say. Eliminate Liv Morgan so that way we can find peace. All right, please. It will save us a headache. It will save a lot of hate if you have Liv Morgan lose. Or, I mean, well, not just lose, but just, have her eliminated. Okay, just try to get rid of her. Otherwise, this is going to be a problem. Okay, so, shoot. We got till Saturday, y'all. So let's get lucky. And y'all better start praying. If you're a Alexa Bliss fan, or a Bianca fan, or a Bayley fan, all right? As for Naomi and Roxanne, they're not gonna get anywhere. But still, you saw the poll. People are voting for Alexa Bliss. Okay, they're rooting for her. So let's just hope that she'll win, so that way we can see the promo. Okay, for next week. All right. So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and don't forget to watch the video of his prediction for the women's elimination chamber. Do not forget to watch that video. It's on the blog. Just watch, okay? It's in the description. All you got to do is look under the video where the title is at, and the link is right there. So make sure you click on that and watch it after you're done watching this video, okay? Or you want to watch it while you're in the middle between. I mean, you can switch it back and forth. It's okay. But make sure you watch that video, all right? It's important, all right? I'm telling you the truth. The title explains itself, all right? Get on the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And what do you guys think about the other matches in the match card? Comment down below. Let me know, all right? I'm out.